Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of our gas station video for The Walking Dead. Since we ended it previous video, I did a couple of things off camera, few minor things. I will show you. As you see at the door, I simply took a piece of printer paper, drew out 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and cut it out at a half centimeter width and simply glue that with a glue stick, simple glue stick, glue that to our glass door so it looks like this. What I also did was I painted the concrete here simply gray and then stippled with a brush, with a paintbrush with a lighter color to make it look like this. And I also painted these support beams with a lighter gray, and my fuel pumps, I painted them black. But yeah, that's what I did. I also put a wanted poster here for Deathstroke, added some graffiti, left and right, a few missing posters, because I also use these things for my Batman game, so I kind of mix it up with graffiti and stuff like that. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take ourselves a coffee stirrer. Well, actually you're gonna need two, and you're gonna be measuring out this part here. So you simply mark out the distance and take your scissor, pop it off, because we're going to be working at covering the corrugation. You can, yeah, another thing I also did, I simply took a piece of colored paper and with about small, half a centimeter in width, I went around the building to give it a little bit more of a feature, see? But yeah, so we're gonna take our white glue and we're gonna simply put that down on the cardstock, on the cardboard, on the window, and simply glue down this thing. You can, if you want to, pre-color the coffee stirrer white, black, or whatever color you guys prefer. I'm not gonna do that because, well, I'm happy with the way it looks like this. So yeah, and we're gonna continue this thing around our entire window, and it will look like this when we're done. See? We'll hide the corrugation. I'm not gonna do that for the front doors. I could, but I'm just gonna actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna do that for the front door as well, just to tidy it up a little bit. Fit another piece of coffee stirrer in here, but I'm gonna grab a new one. So I simply take a coffee stirrer, place it down here from the floor, take my pen and mark out the length here. My scissor. For the other part, do the same. Simply do exactly the same like you did with the window till, the window frame, or whatever you call it. Put down the white glue. Coffee stirrer. Glue it in place. Like this. Same with this side. Ah, there we go. See? Okay. Now, what I also did do with the roof, I went ahead and pre-painted it. Did a few things off camera to not make the video too long. I simply colored the sides gray, concrete color. This is a dark gray, you can do that black as well. And I also printed me some gas prices. You remember we glued this stick on, so I printed me some gas prices and stuck it on a piece of foam board like this. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna paint the sides of the, just make sure you printed two sides and before you glue it on the foam board, then make a hole at the bottom so you can fit it nicely on top of your roof. Now I'm gonna be painting this and this black. I'll simply take some black paint. And simply do the sides. Just go around the entire piece, painting up any piece of exposed foam. Just paint that black. Okay, I'll be back when that is done. And do the same with this. Simply paint it black. Voila. And take your foam board piece and slide it on. You can paint it, glue it down if you want to, but if you want to remove it, it's easier like this. So voila. What I'm going to do now is optional. I'm going to make a latch here, one that's not openable, but just to add a little extra feature to our roof. So I cut me 6 pieces. That's about 2.5 centimeters in length, and I'm simply going to be gluing them down in the right corner because inside here I'm going to add a ladder. Just a little extra thing. It's just a little feature that I'm gonna put on there to make the roof look a little bit more of interest and not as boring. Again guys, you don't have to do this. This is an optional part. If you are okay with the way your roof looks, then you are okay with it. Just a little extra thing I'm doing here. Also a little part, yeah, I grabbed the piece of black paint, that's why my fingers look like hell like this. Just a small edge of the rounded thing of a coffee stirrer. I'm just gonna try to glue that on here for it being like a handle to open the latch. I'm simply gonna let this dry. But again, it is optional. Other than that, I am gonna make sure that I'm gonna cover this ugly piece of thing here on the roof, and for that I'm actually gonna be using some colored lollipop sticks that I got at the craft store. They were very cheap, they cost me 50 cents. They are colored, so that's easy, you don't have to paint them. I'm actually going to be taking the red ones. I'm going to be gluing that around the entire building, the entire roof. I'll simply take your scissors and start by lopping off the rounded edge. Do that on both sides, of course. These things, by the way, I'm going to do with the hot glue. So I'm going to be cutting off all the and gluing them around the top of the building. In the meantime, another thing I did is I printed me some sign, simple gas sign. You can do whatever you want. You can use Texaco, Shell, Q8, doesn't matter. This will be for the side of my roof. See, simple cardstock that I glued this paper on. So when you glue this thing to the roof, make sure you glue this at the edge here, so this can still be glued to the side, okay? But first we're going to be gluing our lollipop sticks. So I've cut the rounded edges of a bunch of these colored lollipop sticks, and they will go around as soon as my hot glue is heated up. Now I'm gonna tell you a little something while that is heating. For the interior, you can simply print out some wallpaper or panel textures or whatever you like, and simply use a glue stick to glue that inside here. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna show it on this video because the interior is different for all. But I am gonna make a separate video how I do furniture. So in that video you can use that to dress up the building like this. Okay, but in the meantime we're gonna be gluing our roof. Okay, so when it's heated, I simply start here. Draw a line of hot glue. And make sure it is aligned with the edge here, but that it doesn't stick over like so. You can let it stick over if you don't want to glue anything to the side, but I'm gonna glue some more stuff to the side, so that is why. Now what this also does, it also makes the roof a little bit stronger, so that's always a bonus. Notice that I will have a overhang here. I will simply cut that off when the hot glue is dried. And so we continue on. Voila. Excuse me. Voila. Now as you can see, these overhanging things, I simply lob them off. Yeah, by the way, I did not paint the bottom of the roof, but for those who want to, you can do that, of course. Voila! Our roof. Now, I am going to be covering up some of these side parts, so I am actually going to put some hot glue here. Cover these things, just let it dry for a few seconds, snip it off, do the same for this side here. Now you don't have to do this, it is optional, but it will give it a cleaner look in the end. See? So I'm gonna continue around doing this and then I'll be back. Okay, so as I've shown you these advertisements, I simply hot glue them to the side here as well. See? You could paint this, but maybe I'm simply gonna leave it the way it is. I am gonna give a wash on the wood though. I'll quickly do that now. I've been painting mini, so I have my Agrax Earth shade here at the ready, so I'm simply just giving it a wash directly onto the wood. You can be quite liberal with that. There we go. And that is done. So we have our roof with the latch, the advertisements, we have our building to which I also glued a quick poster at the back here, some missing posters. So for me, this building is done. I still have to do the interior, but as I said, I'm gonna make a separate furniture video, and voila, this is our gas station. Now I will quickly show you with some miniatures standing next to it. Voila, our gas station. Quickly turn it around for you guys. Now I'll grab me some miniatures, as you can see, for scale. I'll grab me some of the undead. That's one big, too big undead, so I'll grab me some walkers. There we go. Got some walkers here, so if you want to go and play, we simply lift off the roof. Let our characters enter the building. The walkers won't be able to unless they break down the door. Now, as I said before, this is empty and bare, so I am gonna make furnitures and put wallpaper in here to make it look better, of course. But for this video, as I said, the interior is different for all. For me it's okay, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, our guys are in the building and the walkers are outside. Also, if you want to see, for the scale for the roof, it fits on very nicely. We can put our characters on the roof. You have some decent cover for shootouts and everything. See? There we go. Okay guys, this was Retian again with another video. Our gas station for The Walking Dead. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for another one, guys. Take care now. Bye bye, and thank you for watching. Take care. See ya. Bye. Bye.